Hey guys, Alex also Sabena here, and today I'm back for another video. And today I've got an updated deck profile for my Shiranui. If a while ago I uploaded a Shiranui deck profile. This was on YGO Pro, but this now is going to be in person. So this is going to go straight into the deck profile, and this is my updated one. If you want to see what I did beforehand, I'll show you. But this, you can go check that in my channel, but this is more my updated one. So this one has no Norden in it because firstly, I think we all know Norden's going to get banned. There has been no ban list recently, and I'm really impatient with it, and I've been really wanting to show you my updated one. Without further ado, let's go straight into it. Firstly, we want to be playing 3 Shiranui Solitaire. Solitaire is your most important Shiranui monster, no questions. What he does is you basically contribute him and search for any zombie and special summon it, because that's what you really want to do. You want to, get these zombies out and set and tribute this. Go into a uni zombie. Uni zombie's effect will kick in, allowing you to send a what's it called, a Mizuki or something to the graveyard. So you really want to be playing 3 of this, no question. You have to play 3. And also his other effect is like, you can, when you use like Fairy Tale Snow, if there's a lot of banished zombie types, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to special summon a Shiranui from your that's banished. So say if you banish I don't know, a Shogun Saga or extra deck monster, right, and you've banished this as well, what's going to happen is this is going to get banished, and you're going to be able to special summon that zombie type back, that Shiranui. So that you really want to be playing 3 of these, no question. Next up, we are playing 3 Spirit Masters. Spirit Master is important. I mean, like, people play this at 2. I'm more comfortable with it on 3 because the amount of times that I've opened up with this card and being able to go into an instant synchro is extremely, extremely strong. I really like this card as well for the main reason that it's like you can not only special summon from your hand, but you can special summon a Shiranui from the graveyard as well. So if you have like, if it's later into the game to the extent where you have like XYZs in your graveyard, you can just summon this and special summon it back from your graveyard. So you really want to be playing 3 of this. Play 1 Samurai. Samurai isn't exactly a must play. Like, I like to play him for the main reason that what he does is like you banish him, and then you'd add 1 Shiranui from your graveyard to your hand. So it's not bad, not the best, but still I like to play 1 just because it's kind of helped me out a bit in the past. Next up, play 2 Spectral Swords. Spectral Sword sets up play for the next turn, because what you want to do is, like, if you use him it's to go into like a synchro play, what's going to happen is he's going to be in your graveyard, and then what's going to happen is next turn you can banish him and another Shiranui and go into an instant synchro. So if you have like if you have this in your graveyard and this in your graveyard and Samurai Saga, you can go into an instant Shogun Saga that turn, and then it's just really, really good. It's just really strong. I like to play 2 of this because it just helps you go into synchro plays really quickly. It doesn't have to be zombie synchros all the time when you use it, because this is a level 2, but this is just really helpful. Next up, your main man, your most important zombie, Uni Zombie. You must be playing 3 of this. There's no question. You have to be playing 3, because what he's going to be allowing you to do is he's going to allow you to you're going to be able to activate his effect. You can activate his effects twice per turn. Well, one of his effects once per turn. So what's going to happen is you're going to summon him, and you can target himself for another zombie and increase its level by 1, and by sending a zombie type from either your hand or graveyard, from your hand or a deck. So you can send like your Mizuki from your deck to your graveyard, or you can send it from your hand to the graveyard, and you can do it from deck to graveyard. And hand to graveyard once per turn. So that way, altogether, he could be like level 5 in total, which is really, really effective. And like, he's just your main tuner. You really always want to try and open up and go into synchro plays with him as soon as possible. So you'll playing 3 of him. Next up, of course, We're playing 3 Mizukis. Again, you have to play 3. You don't really want to open up this card. You want him to be in your graveyard pretty much at all time, because then you can, you just banish him, special summon another Shiranui from your from your extra deck, and it's just from your extra deck from your graveyard. And it's just really handy. You banish him, summon a special summon a zombie type from your graveyard. It just really helps and boosts the deck up a bit. Next up, we're playing 1 Zombie Master. I like just to play 1. Loads of people don't like playing this, but I like to play it because it just replaces cards. Like you can send. Imagine you have this card and have this here. You have Mizuki in your hand. You don't want to open up Mizuki. You don't want him in your hand. You want him in your graveyard, right? So instead, what you can do is you can activate Zombie Master's effect and discard Mizuki, and then special summon a level 4 or lower zombie type instead. So that way you're just basically replacing the Mizuki for another zombie type. It just really helps boost the deck. So you're going to be playing 1 Zombie Master. I like just to play 1. Next up, Summoning Condition. Just very standard. Playing 2 Summoner Monks. Discard, it's just discard a spell and then just special summon. Very standard. I like Summoner Monk. Yeah. That's just how it is. In my deck profile, I only played 1, but I kind of just boosted it up and started replacing a few more cards and just really noticed that 2 is so much better. Next up, double Maxi. In this current format, there's a ton of special summoning, so Maxi is extremely important there. You always want to be playing 2 Maxi if you're playing Maxi. I like to just play 2. Really effective card to use. Because we are playing Brilliant Fusion in this, we are running 2 Fairy Tale Snows or 1 Trick Clown. I tried 1 Trick Clown and 1 Snow, but to be fair, 2 Snow is just... The card is just too good. Like, to banish 7, and, Shiranui's proc the banish effects, Like, Spirit Master destroys a card on the field when banished. Samurai adds a card from graveyard, and Solitaire just special summons 1 from your graveyard. From your banish Shiranuis. It's just so effective. Trick Clowns are also good for first turn. Like if you can open up open up Brilliant Fusion first turn and make a play, Trick Clown's always good to go into, because like what this will allow you to do is just go into some really filthy, dirty plays, and like you don't really do that every day. Like it's just really good for the first turn. So if you open up Brilliant Fusion first turn, I'd highly recommend summoning the Trick Clown, sending the Trick Clown to the graveyard instead, because you can summon him back and go into more filthy plays. Next up, because I don't have Garnet, because I'm broke as fuck, I just play Tourmaline. It doesn't really matter what Gem Knight you play. I'm playing 2 Tourmalines because I wanna go into Brilliant Fusion as soon as possible, and I'll show you because of the extra deck as well. It's just really effective. So next up, we're going to go into spells. Again, very standard. We're playing 3 Brilliant Fusion. We want Seraphonite out because Seraphonite is absolutely lovely in this deck. So we want Seraphonite on the field. So we are playing 3 Brilliant Fusions because we want the double normal summon, as well as going into these really dirty plays. So you want to be playing 3 Brilliant Fusions. Next up, we're playing 1 Gold Sarcophagus. People play 2 or 3 of this, and really I don't like it, because I played 2, and then I played 3, then I lowered it to 2, then I lowered it back to 1 again. 3 is not good, because I just constantly keep opening it and just thinking, shit, why do I want to open this first turn? It's just not effective. Like if you want to try 2 or 3, no harm in trying, but in my opinion, I would not recommend it. I'd only recommend just playing 1. 2 is okay, but you just don't want to open it first time. Next up, standard 1 Foolish Burial. We just want to send Mizuki to the graveyard or Trick Clown, something like that. So whatever's the situation saying. I mean, this card can play against you sometimes, and you don't really want to open it, but it's a really strong, effective card for this deck. 1 Barrel from a Different Dimension. This is just very staple. You just want to be getting those like 3 banished monsters back into your graveyard. I like this card. This, it's just a standard card. It's really strong. It's really effective. I like this card. Just for 1, of course, because it's limited. Next up, one Soul Charge, because it's Soul Charge, you know, not really much to say about that. A few more staples, you know, double Twin Twister, and one Upstart Goblin, just because this is just for consistency purposes, Upstart Goblin and Twin Twisters, because it's Twin Twisters. You know, you don't really, not much to say about that. Next up, we're going to go straight into trap cards. I'm going to be playing 2 Shiranui style Swallow Slash. I used to play this at 3, and I do not like it at 3 anymore. 2 is good. This is basically a prediction card. Like, you have a random Shiranui on the field. Like, there's been times where, like, my opponent who I'm playing is just confused with why I've got a nice synchro monster out and 1 samurai or something like that. And I'm basically saying to him, make a big board. Make a big board and then allow me to activate this card, because what this card will allow you to do is tribute this. You can tribute a zombie type. It can even be like a uni zombie or something, or a zombie master. Tribute this, then target 2 cards on the field, destroy them, and then banish a Shiranui card from your deck. In this case, this is where it gets even more filthy, because you know you can banish say a Spirit Master if you want to, and Spirit Master's effect will proc, where you can destroy another card on the field, which is even better. So to be fair, for the cost of 1 of your monsters being tributed, you are destroying 3 cards on the field. That is just amazing. So I only play 2 of these. Like 3 is just a bit silly. Finishing up the traps, we're playing 1 Vanity's Emptiness, should be banned. Just allows you to make really filthy, disgusting boards and then end it with just like, it's just a complete win condition. It's just disgusting, this card. 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Solemn Strike. If I had 2 strikes, I'd be playing 1 Solemn Warning and double strike, but you know, I don't have 2 strikes. I'm after a second one. But you want to just be playing these 2 cards. It's just really nice to have in the deck, even though, because it's just more, you just want to be able to negate some stuff. Now we're going to move on to the extra deck. Currently, because I don't have one in English, because I'm broke as fuck, I'm playing 1 Cyframe Lord Omega. If I had a one in English, I'd probably show you. The only reason why I'm showing 1, although I have 2 of them in Japanese, is because I know this card is going to get limited. I just know it. It's just such a good card, because this is what you want to use to recycle your Mizukis and your extra deck. You know, you into your graveyard. You just want to be able to just, like, every standby phase your opponent comes in, send the Mizuki to the graveyard over and over again. Next turn you've got banish, and then next turn he just recycles them back to graveyard over and over again. So you're going to be playing 1 Cypher Lord Omega, 1 Clearwing, 1 Coral Dragon. A Coral Dragon is very strong for this, because what Coral Dragon is going to allow you to do is you can use, like, is you can just go into him really, really quickly. It's really effective, because you can use, first turn, you can use like a Solitaire and a Spectral Sword and go into an instant Coral Dragon, and allows you just to discard some more cards as well, because if you have like a Mizuki in your hand, you don't want him in your hand at all. Again, you want him in your graveyard. You can discard and then just destroy a card on the field, you know, really, really effective. We're playing 1 Crystal Wing, because Crystal Wing in this deck is really effective. I like this card a lot, and it just really allows us to make some really disgusting boards as well, and just like blow shit up as well. So it's like really good for negating stuff. Vermilion Mech Dragon. This card is actually, like, when this card was released, people thought it was so shit, like really, like, but for this deck it is so fucking effective, because you can make Unizombie a level 5 and go into this instantly by like banishing a Mizuki or something, and then go into a Solitaire. Like, you can make this first turn if you want to. Of course, this deck is very versatile. You can go like first or second, set up a defense, or set up a really big board. This card is so aggressive, because you can banish a tuner from your hand or field or graveyard, and then just like fucking do some dirty shit. It's really, really effective for this deck. I'd only recommend when playing 1, because you're only going to really go into 1 at half the time, and you know, you're not always going to summon him. He's really, really effective. Moving on to another few, playing 1 Moonlight, because I like Moonlight because it allows us just to bounce back cards. It's really effective as well. 1 Void Ogre Dragon. Void Ogre Dragon is because you will be making quite a lot of big boards, and when you have these big boards, like, I highly doubt you will have anything in your hand. most of the time you will not have anything in your hand. The amount of times I've had a Void Ogre Dragon, a Vermilion Mech, or a Crystal Wing, like an Vermilion Mech. Like if I've had like one of these three cards, if I have one of these two, I always like to have a Void Ogre Dragon as well, because like Hope Harbinger is useless in this deck because you're never going to be able to go into him. So Void Ogre Dragon just is your kind of tuner version of Hope Harbinger. So you kind of just want these one staples, and like that's just pretty much what you want to have. And then for the exclusive Shiranui synchros, we want to be playing one Shogun Saga, one Samurai Saga. Very standard synchros. You always want to be playing 2 and 1. I tried 2 Samurai Sagas, but it's just a waste of space. You don't really want to play. You don't really want to play 2. You only want to play 1 of this, and then 2 because it allows you to banish and just hit it to gain attack points. Really effective. Next we're playing 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Silent Honor Arc, and 1 Castel for just these other staple XYZs. Not really much else to play. I just like these 3 because like these are just kind of the savior cards. And then 2 Seraphonite. Seraphonite, I've gone into multiple after so many games, and it's like this card at 2 is just really, really effective. Like if you want to just try 1, I'd say just play 1, but I've gone into 2 so many times because it's helped me go into these synchro plays. Anyway, that's it for this deck profile. If you enjoy this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment below. I would like to hear from you guys what you think of this deck, if you try it out or something, and what deck profiles you want to see. Later on in the future, soon, I will have a Cyber Angel deck profile, which I'm really excited to show you guys. If you want to see that, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more. Anyway, my name's Alex, or Sosa Bennett, and I'm signing out. Peace.